What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to the channel. So we're jumping in today with some more Black Desert Online content, specifically taking a look at the patch update for April 24th, 2025. So without further ado, let's jump in. All right, guys, so we're going to start this off with their little note that they put out to players saying goodbye to the feedback forum, essentially. So, you know, the adventure feedback board that was introduced back in October 2022. C'est la vie. All your valuable suggestions and things like that from there, they're basically going back, but they're going to continue to monitor the forums for your feedback and forum general discussion feedback. So just take that for what it is. Not a whole lot necessarily there, but you know, it is what it is. So we do have the Guild League exclusive drops announcement as well. So don't forget about this little event from April 25th to April 27th. Watch Guild League, get the drops. So that starts today. It's Friday and it's going to go through Sunday. Watch any of the partners or creators below when they stream. Claim the exclusive following Twitch drops. So it's the Premium Elixir Box ×2, Artisan's Memories ×2, the Item Collection Increase Scrolls ×2, and the Corrupt Oil of Immortality. The content creator schedule is as you see here inside this, so you want to make sure you go over here to take a look. We've got Chimster, we got in the NA, we got Rise in EU, Kiara in EU, and Sazani in NA. So you want to go check them out. 1600 to 1800 PDT, or that basically amounts to about, what is that, 1900? So 7 o'clock. Oh, no, not 1900. 3 hours behind. Geez, what am I doing? It's right here. 11 o'clock. to about, you know, 0100 UTC. So time zones there on Eastern Standard Time is basically a little bit off. I think it's like 16 and 1900 is like 7 o'clock, because it's like 4 o'clock is Peace Standard Time. So then that goes to like 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to, you know, for another for 2 hours, or 7 to 9 o'clock. And then you see here from 2000 PDT. So this is about 1 in the morning going. So go take a look at those content creators. And then on Saturday, you can see these the creators here as well. Same time, same different zones, a little bit earlier, so you should be able to get the rewards from those. And then on Sunday, you've got these rewards as well. So make sure you go over to Twitch, join those guys, and check them out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you want to stop by and check out Lords of Gaming on Twitch and watch me play some Marvel Rivals content or some Dragon's Dogma, those are the two games I'm playing right now, please do so. Schedule is up. All right, guys. Next up, we do have the Falchion album event that's basically on. So time to flex your drip. Now, these are costumes that are being added to the game for everybody, and they are so non-thematic, but I still love them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They're so non-thematic to the Black Desert Online world, but guess what? I love them. I like them. I don't know why. I like them. They're very just, you know, slim casual type wear for all of the characters, male and females, and even the shy. So you guys can go check out those outfits. But basically, they just want to see everybody take a look at their drip, right? Get a look at your drip. How to participate, guys. So essentially, you're gonna go purchase the items. So rock the looking frosh outfit, and then upload it to the Pearl shop. So just basically, you got to go buy it first, obviously, right? And then you got to buy it, and then you basically drop it in and upload it to the album. And from April 24th to May 8th, you get participation, get a Patrigo's apparel bag. That's always nice to have. The item collection scroll and the secret book of Florin. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you about this event, right? It kind of does suck because, you know, I got to purchase it at 2,200 freaking 2,200 crystals in the goddamn first place, right? So, like, are events now pay to win too? like people can't participate in this and get these. So this is basically a bonus, or you can look at it as a decrease, or whatever you want to look at as the price, because that's essentially what it would be, right? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a lot of people are going to be necessarily happy about it. So check out other adventures, Frosh looks as well, and drop a comment or hit that like button, and you'll get the enhancement help kit ×2. So that's your participation reward if you just go inside the photo gallery and hit the like. But otherwise, if you want to get the other participation rewards, you're locked out from being able to participate unless you pay. So I don't get it, guys. I don't get why they did the event. I do like the new outfits, though. I'll probably end up procuring them. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a shill for this game. Like I said, been around for too long. Anyways, 100% chance for Box of the Howling Dead. Yeah, guys, there's a 100% chance for Box of the Howling Dead to the Dark Rifts we go. So all you gotta do is play the normal Dark Rift bosses during the event. You're gonna guarantee yourself that the Box of Howling Dead becomes a guaranteed drop from defeating any Dark Rift bosses. So the Box of Howling Dead, you can see here, contains Deboreka's, Leighton's Powers, Ogre Rings, Eyes of the Ruins Rings, Rings of Crescent Guardian, Voltaire Eclipse, and Basilisk Belt. So you definitely want to be going to do these right now and accomplish them. April 24th to May 15th is the time frame. You can see here that the infested Mamor manifests from the Dark Rifts at Flem Hills as well. So make sure you take a look at that. Defeat the infested Mamor for Dawn Blackstones and more. So you're guaranteed some Dawn Blackstones. You're guaranteed boxes of the Howling Dead and apparently the Mamor's Claw as well. So defeat the Mamor from the Dark Rift. Obtain the following rewards. Latent Boss Aura, Mamor's Claws, Dark Spirit Degrees, Memory Fragments, and Magical Shards. If you obtain the following at a set probability, Remnants of the Dark Rift and Mythical Feathers as well. Visit the luxury vendor Elmo's Berry to exchange the event Fox Mask, Cupid's Halo, the Cherry Blossom Coronet, the Cherry Blossom Earring, Pirate Eye Patch, and Maywa Ornament, and the Deep Bamboo Hat. So take those a look at those, so you can see all of the event items and games. I really like the Fox Mask, and we got the little Cupid's Halo, looks pretty cool. The Cherry Blossom Coronet, the Eye Patch is definitely one of my faves. Maywa Ornament, I don't really care for that one, and the Deep Bamboo Hat. All I got from the Deep Bamboo Hat was straight up Elden Ring vibes. I don't know why, but it looks something like from Dark Souls to me or whatever. So yeah. All right, guys, so we got the Guild League exclusive, we've got the box. Now let's get into what is really light patch notes. We've got 1.7 gigabytes or 1.8 gigabytes worth of updates, guys. So 152 updates, roughly about 1.8. We can see new additions and improvements to characters for the Musa, Konichi, Ninja, Striker, Mystic, and Megu. So if any of you guys are playing those classes, you want to make sure that you take a look at these. I don't play any of these classes. I think, matter of fact, to be honest with you, my Musa has been in reserve for fishing for the longest of time. Matter of fact, I think it was since the Striker came out. I still have the Striker on rotation, but realistically, like I said, if it's Dosa, if it's Dosa or Hashashin, that is what I'm playing. Otherwise, it's Striker and Sage, and they're really just set up so that way I can have them as alts to killing bosses. That's really it, guys. So other than that, you know, take a look at the updates there. You can see what the class changes are, so you can see mostly of what's going on if you need to. So let's talk about content updates that we talk about. The fishing contest, which I've been having a lot of fun with. So you can see here, we sincerely thank adventurers for participating in the weekly fishing contest, which began alongside the fish guide revamp. With gratitude, we would like to introduce additional improvements related to the weekly fishing contest. Adventurers participating in the weekly fishing contest go to locations where the designated fish species appear to enjoy fishing. However, if the location visited to catch a prize fish does not yield any blue or yellow grade fish, it was difficult to fully experience the joy of fishing beyond catching the target species. Thus, we have checked such regions to ensure not only the fun of catching the contest species, but also the opportunity to catch a variety of fish and earn additional revenue. To be honest with you guys, this is 100% a really cool life skilling event. I really like it in terms of just earning money just to go participate and fish in those areas. So reports have surfaced new fish species in the lakes of Calma Sylvia. You can see the marine ecosystem has grown richer, blah, blah, blah. They updated fish descriptions to include capture methods and to classify them as common, high quality, rare, or prize fish. So you can even see here, they changed the term big fish to high quality fish to better reflect rarity in fish grade labeling. Guys, if you have not been fishing or done any AFK fishing, this event that is now going to be weekly is guaranteed to net you really good rewards in silver and really good rewards in just having fun and trying to collect fish, because it gives you like a goal. And one of the things that I always find really difficult with BDO is the goals, right? Is like trying to set your own self goals inside the game for what it is that you're trying to achieve and be able to stick to those goals. This is one of those events that I really think is really good. So like, you know, check it out. If you are wondering like how this goes down, essentially go over here to your menu, look at the fish guide right here, right? and you'll be able to go to the weekly fishing contest. So you can see here, for instance, these are all the different fishes, the fish that are in game. So these aren't necessarily a part of the weekly fishing contest, but you can basically go to these, you can pull them up and you can look at like the individual fish, for instance, right? And you can see the biggest or the highest fish caught for those items, right? This is really good. And the rarity, the size, you know, of those fish inside those different areas, who was the fisherman that hunted them. You got freshwater, saltwater, crustacean, and others inside of there. Now, it also becomes a really nice way to track all the fish that you maybe haven't caught. You know, you haven't really seen those yet. But otherwise, you can go over to the weekly fishing contest inside here, and you can see, for instance, right here, we've got sea angel that are being caught. It's a fishing spot in Armo Sea. So you would have to travel out to Armo Sea in order to catch these fish. And you're basically looking for the biggest fish. So Maclam has caught an 83.474 size fish. This is a pretty decent one. The long snout fish inside of here. The biggest one that I've caught, this is from a fishing spot right here in Iton. The biggest one that I've caught was about 104. Maybe I'm not fishing in the right spot. I don't know. So I have to play around with the lakes and things like that in Iton to see those. But you can see here, you basically have all of these to get those bodies of fish. You can see this is a huge fish. So it's an epic like fish. Then we've got the rare form here, and then we've got the smaller form. So if you want to go over here and you can look at this fishing spot into where river Duvenkroon, and you can basically take a look at those, and you can go try to catch that fish as well for the rewards. Once the rewards end for the week, you can just go. So you can also check out the contest rules here. I am in love with this event. I really am. I do, because one of the things I really like to do right now in BDO, besides, you know, my grinds for characters and stuff like that, is the fishing. I do a lot of AFK fishing, and the essence of this is that I can go over here to a fishing spot like this inside Iton. I can start collecting fish, and you know, here we go. I've got long snouts, I've got some, you know, lampreys and things like that, and the fish tend to be fairly valuable, especially some of the ones that you're intended to catch. They can be fairly valuable. So this essentially allows me to just log into the game every 6 to 12 hours or so that way I don't deprecate my fish, and then I can just run in and sell them to the trade manager. Item's a little weird because the trade manager is a little far away, but then I can just go and sell those items, and I'm really good, and I'm off to the races. I like the event just because I think, for whether you're an AFK person or you're playing actively for fishing, it's a good thing overall. So take a look at it. Let me know what you guys think about it in below. So they did change some of the items names inside the shop for elixirs and things like that. So I don't really look at this one as a big thing, but they just basically changed them to perfumes. That's all they did. So you can see the premium elixir boxes, the high quality perfume boxes. So caulks, deep sea, the spirit, and then the bracing spirits. They've all been changed to perfumes. They changed the display for the stuffed llamas and so forth like that, and then they made some improvements to some of the monster zones as well. They fixed parts of the Descendant of Karchian knowledge, the Ataraxian or Zakian knowledge to be available or acquiring, and then we had updates more likely to Node and Conquest Wars. They added a UI to view Node War results. So at the end of Node War, the results window would automatically appear for adventurers who participated in the Node War. This is a good thing overall for you guys to just basically see. If you don't have it, you can go take a look at the guild, and you'll have the Node War summary there. Not a whole lot inside that to basically look at. So you can look at all these items. They also made they're introducing a new feature that lets you search for multiple items at once. Plus, on the end screen, rearranging character order will now shift characters one space at a time to match the new arrangement. Find my item, character selection. This is a generally good thing. I've try on occasion to rearrange my inventory for where things are and put them in certain places. Sometimes you get out of order for where things are, but like for instance, my Blessings of Kama Sylvia ran out. I didn't really have an interest in repurchasing because they didn't have the 180-day one available, so I didn't repurchase that. So I just took a whole lot of things out of my central marketplace inventory where I was storing it and put it inside some of my inventory spaces inside cities, so that way I'm not paying for something that I'm just not using at the moment. So yeah, it's there. Then we just had a bunch of system and some web improvements. The web is just basically a revamp of your adventurer profile, so that way you can see a little bit more information about the characters that you've created, where your life skilling and stuff like that is at. This is really good. Basically, you can check your information, like, you know, your AP, DP across your family size and the records for your life skill mastery. They also added some new improvements for family info privacy settings. Obviously, always good to have those. And then we added new wallpapers as well for, you know, the Frosh event. So get Frosh inside the event. So 1.8 gigabyte update for what I amount to not a whole lot of things. The majority here that I'm seeing is the big changes that we get to the fishing update, which I'm absolutely loving the event. If you're not a fisher, then I get it. It's not an event for you. But I think the big thing out of this update that's going to bound to be controversial is the fresh, you know, event where it seems very pay to win to have to buy that outfit from the store in order to just access playing the event. But if you make your way over to the Pearl shop, excuse me, if you make your way over to the Pearl shop, you'll see these new Frosh items looking Frosh inside the shop overall. So this is on my Musa character here. Like I said, I do like it. I to be honest with you, it's a nice fresh look in the game. It's very pulling back from, obviously, from the world that we're in, but it looks good. If I'm being perfectly honest with you guys, the details on it. And like I said, I've seen people spend far more on far less inside mobile games. I've covered mobile, I've covered PC games for the longest of times, and the amount of money that I've seen people drop on mobile gaming is ridiculous for something that, you know, is going to give them far less value and time than, you know, some of the AAA titles that have been put out there, like BDO. BDO, in my opinion, is still one of the most prettiest games, beautiful games, even after the remaster that's currently out in terms of MMOs. May not be the freshest of ideas and stuff like that, but it you know, I respect the developers for what they're doing. And if you want 10 more years of BDO, they have to find ways to get support. And especially when mobile games are basically putting out similar outfits to this and charging you similar dollars, and people are dropping them hand over fist, and they're seeing magnitudes of money earned there. So you have to always take things within context and look at the total picture instead of just being microed in on what your thoughts and feelings are. This is my opinion, guys. Just throwing it out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Get to fishing. Until next time. Peace.